What's going on, people? It's Guns for Hire from NextGenTactics, and this is a map walkthrough of Launch. I'm going to show you everything in here. As you can see, we have search and destroy targets up just so that you can familiarize yourself with their locations. Strategies and tactics are on the search and destroy strategy. Just go to the interactive guide, you'll see them there. If they're not there, it's because they're not made yet. But if you're watching this a year later, oddly enough, they will be there. Anyway, let's continue here. We're on the defense side. Obviously, you can see this is a neutral territory here. Nothing big. You'd think that nobody actually would hang out here. But even right here is a camping spot. Yes. And if you're going to do it, what would normally happen is you would place... I mean, you don't even need a claymore here because this is a transition area. This is a tactical area, and this whole area here is very, very active in the map. This building here particularly, and anyone coming from that side of the map coming around here, especially in the back catwalk there, as they're coming around, people coming from the launch area around this side, people going through this building here, which is always a smart thing, and I always go over that. Anyway, this particular location right here is a very dangerous spot. Dangerous for anyone else out here, not so dangerous for the person that's actually staying here. Remember, when I teach tactical positioning, I teach camp, kill, move, camp, kill, move. That is tactical. You don't like it, then don't watch them. Spider Bite will be doing Rush series, but in terms of high kill death, safe and intelligent gameplay on this, not just based on reactionary skills, because not everyone is quick as lightning. I'm not saying to stay here. This is not some place that you want to, stay here and keep getting kills. You get 1 kill, maybe 2 kills, maybe 2 at the most, and you want to move. And you want to have this angle here. You're going to see a lot of people coming either through this building, coming this way, or people running from this side going that way there. So it's a very, very easy high kill. No one will be in this area here. No one will spawn in this area, which is what makes it incredibly dangerous. The other way that you can actually manipulate this and still get some decent kills without putting yourself at high risk for 2 kills, I'm saying, is to actually put a claymore right here where the line goes, first line goes here and then angled out that way so that you have the blast radius. And you want to angle it sort of like this. Again, so that first line goes there. And the reason being is that if you make a kill from this location, this is how you can get 2 kills from here easily. But then you want to move. You will get naded. You will get, they'll just come at you like a pack of Wolverines. You never want to stay. It's not smart. I teach tactical gaming. You want to call it camping? That's fine. I don't really care. But this is how you do. You camp, kill, move. That's a smart way of moving around. It's a smart way to play, more or less, most shooter games. Anyway, so in this position here, you get your kill. The problem is that if someone's spawning from that side and you killed him or her, as they're coming around here, they have an advantage here as they're hugging this wall here to surprise you. And if you're like this, chances are you're going to get surprised when you're coming along here. Boom, they could even friggin' knife you easy. However, if you're in this location here, you make your kill, you've got a claymore down here, and then you move to the back corner here, you remove that advantage that this person has. If they're coming out this way here, and you don't want to have your weapon sort of sticking out or anything like that, you want to make sure that you've got your sights here and use this to actually see someone coming. You should be able to do that without them actually seeing a clear sight line. And if they're thinking that you're still there, if it indeed is a person that killed you, they're going to be like nothing, they're going to look for you there, they're going to come around, and that claymore is going to kill. Then you must move. This is maximum 2 kill spot. This spot here you get 1 kill and move. And I don't recommend, although you can when you're coming along this way, if you're going to do it, do a dolphin dive through the actual doorway. I'm a huge supporter of the dolphin dive. Incredible feature of the game. I know it seems small and maybe it looks cool in theater mode and stuff like that, but very, very effective to get actually inside and turn around and get your kills. So definitely be using, for doorways like this, in high traffic areas like this, you want to dolphin dive through windows, because as you're coming along here, it only takes a split second, if you guys are already aware with the spawn system in this, for someone to actually come from behind and cause you a lot of trouble. So we're going to go clockwise all the way around the map, and we're going to come all the way back through here, and then we'll finish off that way. So anyway, this location is fairly well known. Although people camp in here, it is actually a pretty stupid spot. I can easily kill anyone that's camping in here, only because they typically either camp in this corner here like this, or they're looking through the window. Maybe they have a claymore there. Maybe they're, you know, looking through it this way. But the fact of the matter is that there's 3 entranceways, and the window is definitely one. This area is very dangerous. Do not stay in here. I know you're going to be tempted to camp it out, but it's dangerous. Chances are, if you stay in there, you are going to die. You will not be able to stay in there a long time. And I'm not a big supporter of camping in one spot the entire game anyway. You know what I mean? Tactical gaming. Camp, kill, move. Come through here if you got it. You know what I mean? Put maybe a claymore here. Go and check the windows. Check here if you got a kill. Great. Scoop up your claymore, move on. You know what I mean? With the claymores, because they're removable, I definitely recommend that you pick them up. And this is, again, I'm just familiarizing yourself. And if you're not a tactical gamer and you're a run and gunner, just use this information basically to learn where people will, quote, you know, camp. So that information can be very useful. Here's an entry way to where we're going to be coming the other side here. So this is just a quick access point if you don't want to come around the back. And I actually do recommend, normally I'd always say take the perimeter along the other way, but this is such a sort of a dangerous high traffic area. I mean, for kills, if you're running and gunning, yes, you probably want to come through here, you want to sweep. Just make sure when you're coming out this way, look for someone camping right there. That is a high camp area. Anyway, if you're coming from this location, either the catwalk or through this area here, I do recommend, if your objective, if your sole purpose is, you know what, I'm going over here, you're chasing red dots, and you want to go that way, I do recommend actually cutting through here. Just quickly check in here, watch. I mean, there's nothing much you can do, but I was going to say watch for campers in here. It is a very dangerous camping spot. But anyway, you're going to be able to avoid. If you come through here, generally you can avoid, other than looking that way. Most people do go through that back walkway there. So as you're coming up here, just be aware, you know, little entryways here. And anyway, in that doorway. I said I wasn't going to talk about it. Lo and behold, look what I did. Alright, so we're going to cover off this area here. I'm not going to go to the center because I'm going to show you, actually, you know, I'll show you the catwalk easy. This is the safest way to move up. Always, always, always take the perimeter when you can. Take the perimeter when you can. The reason being is it reduces sight lines on you. You got neutral territory on this side and that side. The only thing you got to worry about is if someone was tailing you. Okay, so I mean, and if you're careful enough, I mean, hell, you could just come up here, quickly turn around, make sure there's no one coming, and then keep moving. Because that time that you think that you're friggin' in the clear is when you actually end up getting killed. So no one there, keep moving. This is the safe area. As you're coming out here, again, you're sort of in a safe area here. There may be people transitioning through here, but it's not as much as you think. It's not a high-risk area. Unless you're playing wager matches, then these areas, or like, you know, gun game and stuff like that, then these are actually very, very active. Both these strips here are incredibly active in wager matches, oddly enough. Well, I mean, wager matches, the maps are restricted, so naturally you're going to be confined to certain areas. Anyway, when you're coming up here, if you're coming on the outside, I highly recommend that you come around this corner, look for someone up here. And the reason being is, when you're coming up here, it is I wouldn't say a sniper spot so much as it is a tactical killing spot. So this is another one of those spots. If your just sole purpose is to move from one part of the map to the other, then I recommend going this way and then checking and then moving. However, tactical movement, which I said, you know, you go in the back there, you make 1 or 2 kills, you come in here, you check, maybe a kill, but you keep moving. Don't stick in that room there. Come up this way here, you're going to get at least a kill here. At least a kill, but this is a dangerous spot. Very easy to nade, very easy to semtex and noob tube. Because of the sight lines, it's kind of, you're very, very visible up here, so I wouldn't This isn't like, in terms of tactical positions, like even camp, kill, move, this is not a highly recommended one, only because for you to get a good sight line on this area here, which is where they're coming from the other side, you put yourself at risk from that area and from someone coming up to the bottom here. So definitely, if you're going to do it, I would put a claymore right here, just at least, even if it doesn't kill, it's going to warn. But if you do come up here, make a kill and then just get the hell out of here, because it is very dangerous. And like I said, using ladders, very dangerous. They should be avoided at all times, unless it's very, very easy for you to get in here. But this is a traffic area. This is a transition area there. And if you're going up a ladder, you know, they see you, they're going to be able to friggin' take you out fast. And a lot of people use this, okay? You're coming up here, there's another location here. Oh, and that's actually one tip. I never actually talked about it. You can't, I don't even know if you can actually do it here. When you're going up ladders, if you're going to use ladders, always jump onto the ladder. Don't friggin' just start climbing. Jump the ladder. It reduces the time in which you're actually going to have to climb up. Instead of running up to it and then start going up, way too slow. So simply come up to the ladder, make a jump, and then get up there fast. And that reduces your visibility and the chances that you're actually going to get killed. And again, this is an area here which you're going to be able to get like 1 or 2 kills of anyone sort of coming through here. You're going to snag them as they're coming through, but not a place that you want to stay long term. If you can, place your claymore obviously on the rear. I don't like placing claymores facing ladders, but you have no choice in this matter here. So when you come up here, try and position yourself like this. Don't go too far down, because you want to use these sides as restrictors and ability to sort of hide a little bit. But you're going to be able to snag. You probably be able to, this is a tactical position in order to actually get 1 kill. 1 kill and then get the hell out of there. It's going to be pretty easy. But again, it's dangerous because you're in a through transition area here in the back. Very big transition. Lots of people coming through here. So if you're going to do it, you better be damn certain that you're going to be able to get up there real fast. Crap. So you fail like that. And then, oh, if you did that, if I did that in a game, the chances are someone's going to be by and I would have been dead. You must be able to friggin' get up there and get up there fast. And then once you're up there, prone immediately. Prone immediately. Just get down. Once you feel it's kind of safe, then get a claymore here. You could also vice versa if you wanted to turn around, because as I said, this is a high traffic area. Very easy to get a kill. If you are so lucky as to actually be able to jump up here without being seen, go prone, and then also make your kill. I guarantee you, you will get an easy kill of someone going through there. But do not stay on there. It is not a dangerous, or is not a safe area. Anyone could even throw a Semtex right above your head onto that thing and it will kill you. A grenade ricocheting off either side of these things. This area here is very easy to throw a lethal grenade in there, or even a noob tube. Alright, so as we're going across here again, avoid running through these alleyways here. Very dangerous, very confined, and it requires you to run in straight lines. Anytime that you're required to run in more or less straight lines coming along here, it increases your sight lines, increases the probability that you're going to die. Unnecessary dolphin dive for the win. So as you're coming in here, avoid these areas here. You do not want to position yourself. I mean, you can come in here if you're going to go on that side, but avoid these areas here. Wide open, but it restricts you to keep on moving. Always take the outsides here. It gives you a heck of a lot better advantage. You can come into this point here where you're protected, and the only risk that you have is from behind. Whereas if you're coming in any areas like this, if someone is camping in there, I'm not saying that they will, but if someone's camping in there, then you're going to end up getting killed. If, however, as you can see there, you saw the ladder in there. I'm not sure how many people, not a lot of people use that either, by the way. That is actually one of the better tactical positions. Anyway, so as you're coming along here, you want to reduce that. If your sole purpose is to get back there, use the perimeter, use this way here. Right in here, as you could see, there is a ladder up to the top here. This is the better, you know, the cross there I said, that's kind of a dangerous one. If you're gonna use a tactical position, which is camp, kill, move, this is where you want to be. And again, you want to avoid staying there long term, because anyone down here could easily throw a Semtex onto there, bounce a grenade off there, or whatever, and end up killing you. That being said, it is fairly easy fairly easy to place a claymore. If you're going to be up there, don't place it, as I said, avoid placing claymores on ladders. They can be easily tripped and avoided. Whereas if you place a claymore in here and face it inward, these people coming from this direction are not going to be able to see that claymore. Boom, they're dead. These people are not going to see it until it's too late. Chances are they're going to come in here. They're restricted. Their movement is restricted. That claymore is going to be lethal for them. Don't place it on this table here either. That's stupid because anyone can see it. That is the corner where your claymore will go. Going up here, you will get easy. This is an easy, guaranteed 1 kill. Most likely 2 kill tactical position, especially with the claymore. You put the claymore there, and as long as you got that kill without that claymore going off, then you're going to probably be able to get another kill. Chances are, because not if the other person comes after you and throws a Semtex at you, but the fact is that this is a very high traffic area, so it's very, very easy to get kills, and you're a hell of a lot more protected. Right here is the position where you want to be. You don't want to be too far forward, because then anyone from the rear there is going to be able to see you. Position yourself on the back here. They have to come up. They have to come up either side, and you're going to be able to kill. You're also going to be able to kill anyone across there. You got an easy sight line on the actual perimeter and through this choke point here where they have to run through. Very, very, very effective. Make sure you have a silencer on if you want 2 kills. Once you're done, get down here. Hopefully your claymore is still there. Pick it up and move on. So that is a very highly effective tactical position. And as you're coming along here, again, avoid coming through these areas here if you can. Always avoid it. You got sight lines there. It's like 1, 2, and if you're coming through here, it's 3 areas there that you want to avoid. So always stick on the perimeters here. Stay on like this. Again, you got this protecting you, and you can simply focus on forward. And the only danger area is from behind. So that's definitely the way you want to go. And as you're coming out, check this area here. You're going to see a lot of people running through there, okay? And then when you're coming through, again, don't just run out here and assume there's no risk. People will camp back here. You must be aware of that. Those are, I would say, another transition area. We're going to go into that in just a second. So when you're coming through this building, avoid going out through here. Just take a look, because you're going to see a lot of people in that area there too, because that kind of links around. Come through in the back here, checking the angles. If you want, a good way to do this is put a claymore in right here, because they're actually going to have to go through that door, and then you're going to be able to kill. If someone's coming in this way, if you miss them, they're coming in, it'll kill them. And if someone's coming in from this doorway here to try and get you because of your tactical position, then it's going to get them as well. So you want to actually position yourself. The other way to do it is actually is to place a claymore in this area here, and you want to be able to kill them. But you don't want to stick too long in here. Don't go back here. These are dangerous areas. You're just asking it at NoobTube. You got no place to go from this point. You make a kill, you're kind of trapped in here. You want to be able to make quick exits and get the hell out of there and get out of there fast. So this is your tactical position. Again, you're going to see people coming through here, either from that side, going across. Most people will not look back here, so it's an easy kill. Make sure you got a silencer on there. If you've positioned yourself properly, and by properly I mean you've got that claymore in here. Again, this is likely 1 kill. If you're very lucky, you will get a 2 kill. Only because there's easy ways to sort of circumvent or you know, avoid that claymore. If someone was coming this way and you didn't have a claymore, boom, all of a sudden you're dead. So maybe just position yourself here, make 1 kill, make sure you got that claymore in there. You make 1 kill and then friggin' move. If you can though, whenever you make that kill and you got your claymore still up, come back in, pick it up, and then move on that way. So as you're moving along here, again, you want to avoid these areas here, dangerous. As you're moving here, spawn areas, you are a sitting target. You want to make short work of that. If you're back here and you're making a kill, come through here and friggin' get inside this area here, checking across. This is an area, of course, when you're in here, you want to make sure that that's okay, and then also look across this way. This is actually another good transition area. And remember, always pick up your claymore as you're going along here. Transition area here is good because there are only 2 entrances. Unlike the other side where I said don't spend a lot of time in there because of the window and blah blah blah. This one is very, very easily defended, and by placing a claymore across the way like this. You place a claymore there, you're going to be able to snag people coming through here. The most effective, however, route or whatever to take on this to actually get kills is by placing a claymore here or here. I prefer it this way, and again making the line go across that way and go in there. And then all of a sudden you come down this way, because this is a high transition area and there's a spawn area back here. So if you are able to get a claymore across there and then position yourself like this, you are going to be able to kill someone from here. I would not recommend, again, staying here more than once, but it's a high, you probably get 2 kill from here, probably a hell of a lot easier than you would from back there. Transition area there, make a kill, come in here, put the claymore down, make your kill. If you want to try for a second kill, then this is where I would position myself, away from that door so that it's not easily visible, only if that claymore is still there. And then once it's down, then you've got an easy sight line as they're coming across. If they're pissed at you from this area here, they're going to throw a nade in this area here, a Semtex. And the fact that you're positioned back here with a quick sight line straight there is going to give you the advantage. Remember, make that kill, grab the claymore, and get the hell out of Dodge. We're going to go back here just so that we don't miss anything. So we covered off this area here. We've kind of covered off all in the back area. Now we're kind of heading into the middle section. These areas here, again, like I said, I mean, this leads to the center sort of laneways. While you can use it to cut corners, as long as you are moving, if you are running and gunning, these areas are great to cut the distance. And you want to do this because, again, you've got this is actually not that bad of a one to use, because even though you're running in a straight line like a choke point, there are no real sniper or spots on the other side here that have sight lines on that area. So this is actually a safe thoroughfare if you want to actually, or throughfare or whatever it's called. Jesus, I don't even know. Whatever, you know what I mean. It's a safe way to cut the distance if you want to actually go across, if you're chasing red dots. So if you're going to go across this way, this is definitely the safe way to go. And especially if you're cutting across this way, you can cut those sight lines. Just be aware, again, not many people use it. It's not a high risk area, which is why I recommend that you go up there. But just be aware that someone like me could be perching there and waiting for you to actually make the move to come out this way here. So just be aware of that. Other than that, when you're coming out here, you're going to watch for a transition. This is a big use choke point here, and people will be coming out, not to mention lots of people coming out this way as well. And this is the other entrance way. So you saw this is where we were saying make a tactical, and then we went in through this way, which I recommended. This is a stupid spot, but I've been killed by it before, and it is an actual semi-effective kill spot. But you want to make a kill. There's no claymores that can protect you, so it's high risk. Whenever there's nothing sort of backing you up and you're kind of confined, I find it to be high risk. That being said, you can get an easy kill here when you're going through that way. Whether it's like this, and this is probably the ideal angle. This is if you're cornering off here, but this angle is ideal because you're going to be able to see a lot of people running through there and going through there, but you want to make sure that the angle is right so that you can see both. Don't be looking that way. I see lots of people doing this. This is what I see all the time. This is the absolute most stupid thing for you to do. It's very quick. I mean, you can increase your sensitivity. Mine's actually slow, but you can increase your sensitivity so you can look. Position yourself like this. The more every time you're going like this, you're increasing the risk. You're looking here, someone could easily all of a sudden popped up right here the second that you went like this, and then you're dead. Keep your vision like this. Always have 2 pathways angled. And then if you see someone on the right side where you see the letter A, then it's easy to freaking come out and actually kill them like that. Same thing goes on this side here. So whenever you're doing that, make sure you have your angle like this, and don't go back and forth. That's such a noob thing to do. There's that other way. Again, transition area here. I don't necessarily like this one. I know it's safe. Again, it's kind of the same thing as the other one. I mean, there are no sight lines on this. It is safe, but it's also incredibly dangerous for claymores. For someone like me who likes claymores, you know, I'd put a claymore probably right here, and guaranteed someone coming through here, absolutely they are dead 100%. Again, you don't have any sight lines directly on this, so it's kind of safe to do the same as the other one. Just a little more high risk if you're running through, because if you're running and gunning, you're not going to be checking for corners, and this is a very ideal spot for claymores. Alright, we're going to go down here. Now, one note, and a very important note, no matter where you're coming from, and even if you're coming in from here, as you're coming along here, check right there, and not necessarily on the balcony, but right inside the doorway as well. That is an ideal sniper spot. Again, people stay there for so long. I may get killed by a sniper there once. I will not get killed by the same sniper from there twice. As a matter of fact, if any times some sniper is dumb enough to stay in the same spot, especially confined like that, they are going to be going down. They may be able to snag the other people that are coming through as well, but I promise you that once you make that kill, as long as you're actually careful enough, come through here and get your sniper or your assault rifle up, and then boom, nail them. It's very, very easy to do so, especially if you're coming along the far side here. If you're able to actually come through here, it's dangerous to stay in these spots here, but generally the sniper is looking for this area right here. That's who they're actually looking for. So when you're coming from the back here, a lot of times I will actually come back here with a M16, or if I use sniper rifles, this is where I would try and take them out and then slowly move forward. Chances are they're going to be looking for people in this high traffic area, because this is a choke point. As you're running down here, regardless, as all this space here gets confined, and a choke point is because it goes from a wide angle down to a small angle, and you're required, this is like running the gauntlet. Very, very dangerous, not just from that sniper spot, but the fact that you're running down here, and as you're running, you're back, and you're a target for this high traffic area in here, high activity level, and you're running in a close area here. And that's why I always say, whenever you're going in these areas here, maybe like even right near the end, just friggin' make a dolphin dive. When you're doing that, another note, once you're in here, here's a launch area here. Random launches, of course, free-for-all and deathmatch. And watch for people here. These are dumb spots. Absolutely dumb spots. I may have been killed once or twice from there, but now I know to check every single time. And if anyone's dumb enough to actually be on those spots, they die. They're not good spots. Even if they're friggin' prone, they friggin' stick out like sore thumbs. That being said, if you are so inclined that you're gonna prove me wrong and go on there, or maybe you're like, I do it all the time, I get lots of kills, well then you're playing against horrible players. Because even if you're prone, you're still visible on there, and someone like me is automatically, carefully and automatically going to go checking. And that's also why I do dolphin dives. If I'm going to go in there knowing, and I don't want to waste time looking up there, as I'm coming through here, I actually dolphin dive through everything now. And that's why you'll see me dolphin dive. I do it every single time, and I know it's like almost overboard, but it absolutely protects my life a lot of times, especially if someone's shooting from up there. So try and avoid that. You can drop down from the top there. You can see either side. Those are the drop down points for those spots. Now we got stairways on both sides. You want to again avoid this. What's funny about this location, to be quite honest with you, unless you've got someone protecting it up here, which generally you don't, and this is a high risk area, but what's funny is you can actually get pretty easy kills from being positioned back here. You put a claymore on the top here to protect yourself from people coming in here, or even in here. This is probably the most ideal. Claymore here, and then all you do is you position yourself like this, and you're able to see anyone coming up from down here. No one, and I mean no one, expects someone to be sitting right here. The spots that are least likely to have someone are the spots that are going to be more effective. You keep your reticule in between here and that point there, because the other side they have to go if they want to go to the top, or even go from the bottom and up. This stairway here makes them look like they go 1, 2, 3. Easy target for kills. And if you have your reticule like this, you could easily go up and kill them. And if you're here, if they're from down below, which they'll be caught off guard, you're going to be able to make an easy kill here. This is actually a very effective spot for a transition area. It's an odd spot, but incredibly effective. So just remember these spots. And the same thing goes on the other side. The exact same thing on the other side. You will get a kill. So if you wanted to do that, that's fine. And this is also a reason why I say don't go on these balconies, because they've got dual entryways. Even if you had a claymore, there's no way you can protect yourself from both areas. So if you're coming up here, claymore across there, and that's why I recommend that you actually come in and try and stay kind of close to the doorway. You don't want to expose yourself, especially from this. The problem is it restricts your sight line, and you've got to be a sharp shot from people coming out where the 4 is, the building there, all you do is don't put your reticule right there. Put it here. It actually gives you a second. All you need is that second. You see that second there? Boom. You can actually nail them as they come out. It gives you that split second. That's all you need. Don't spend a lot of time in here. Too many people up here, especially prone like this, and they're looking. Very, very dangerous from coming up here. You can only have a claymore there or there, and it's, you know, it's a high risk. I consider this position a high risk high risk tactical position. I don't like it. I wouldn't choose to do it. You may get a kill, you may not, but this is actually considerably more effective, and you have a higher risk of or higher percentage of success of killing someone through there. Alright, so we're going to come up top. I'm going to show you this quickly. Here's the drop down point if you wanted to climb up. You know those little spots right here, and the same thing on the other side. So if that's what you wanted to do, then you could do that. I would recommend that you don't do it. It's too high risk. Oh, I just got killed from the other side. See what I mean? Easy. And here's the main walkway that we came on from that side, and the entranceways here. Just avoid it. Come across here. Just be aware again when you're coming through here. This is a dangerous area only because of the transition, but it's actually not too bad. I would probably prefer to come up this way than come down here, especially if people are going to start catching on to this. Very, very dangerous. Plus, I don't like running this gauntlet here. I don't like using that. I think it's high risk. Anytime you can avoid these long stretches is definitely something that you want to do. You want to stay out of that. Again, people perched inside, although they're bad, they will perch there. So when you're coming up here, I actually do recommend coming down this way here. If you have to, dolphin dive, go in there, and then continue on your way. This is a very... What the deuce? Alright, well, let's try that again. Thanks, Treyarch. I'm not going to redo this because we're going on and on. Come on! I'm going to fast forward. Alright. Oh, sorry about that. That's courtesy of Treyarch and their failed attempt at... I just got booted. It's just constant. Hopefully they fix all that stuff. This is very early. It's like just over. I think it's actually only 1 week. 1 week after release. So still lots of glitches and problems. Anyway, coming through here, very, very easy place to actually go through. You've got restriction. It's all neutral around you. Very, very easy. No sight lines, so you're kind of safe to make your way through. And the only reason why I say that, actually, I'll go this way to actually catch it. As I pointed out before, coming through this way, I do not like choke points where it takes any opportunity there. Anyone on the balcony there, right there, can easily friggin' snag you as you're coming up this walkway here. Plus, people do tend to perch up here trying to get easy kills. So this is actually a very, very safe way to come out. Come through here. You've got a good sight line here, traffic area. I recommend highly that you don't go this area this way because you're going to get a lot of people coming up through there, that choke point there. Instead, you know, take a quick check, look that way, and then dolphin dive through here and then keep going. You want to, again, cut this way. A lot of people using this bridge here, but again, this reduces your risk up to this point. It gets you closer to that door with less risk of dying than going up that ramp, and that's why I recommend it. There's always a risk of everything around you getting killed and everything, but I would generally try and avoid those areas there. I've seen people camp like this. Just like this. This is how they camp. They got a sight line there and they got people coming up the ramp. This is also why I say that the ramp is dangerous. No one from this side here is going to actually look in that corner there. It is, you know, it's an obscure corner, and chances are someone coming from down there is not going to be able to see them in time. Someone definitely coming from there. It's just odd. I mean, it's dark. That little tiny shadow stuck in the corner there actually makes it very, very effective to get a kill. But I do not recommend going in there. Do not use this as a tactical position. It is high risk. You may or may not get a kill. But I'm just warning you as you're coming along or coming out from the sides here to watch for that. And here's the other sort of entranceway here. But this is a dangerous one. Because if you're coming from, unless you're coming across here and making your way and they're like, woo, I'm going dolphin down right across the middle of the map and heading back because there's some chaos and you're chasing red dots. This area here you don't want to keep coming through. You may get people coming through here. Not a high traffic area though. So really, there's no real advantage of it, and to make your way into the middle exposes yourself because you got to run what I call the gauntlet. When you're ever running on the straight lines, it's dangerous. So I don't think this is a very effective place to go. Plus, you've got campers that come in here, whereas if you're taking that route, this is actually a non-active tactical position. Very easy to get a kill here. No one's going to see you. You are going to get a kill if someone comes through, and that's just it. You're not in a very high transition area. This building in here is very active. This is another one, similar to the other side if you remember. 2 entranceways. That one and this one. If you play this properly, you put a claymore across the way here, and then you're actually going to be on the corner here, and you're going to be able to snag people. Lots of people use this room. They'd rather camp this room than come in here where it's actually safer, which is good for you, but stupid for you if you're actually one of those people that go in here. Place your claymore here, and then position yourself here, get a kill. Just remember, collect your claymore if it hasn't gone off. Chances are it will, though. This is a very active area here that's coming through. But people tend to camp in here. And then there's also a spawn area back here, so you will see them running from this side here, going through that doorway. Anytime you know that they're restricted to go through entryways like this, and you know it's active, it's a very, very easy kill. So you got spawn people in the back there. You got all you have to do is keep your weapon almost sighted right on the doorway. You're going to snag people coming through the building out, and you're going to catch people from the spawn area as they're going through there, because they're going to have to, just even for that split second, they're going to end up getting killed. Don't worry so much about this. If you do make a kill from this position here, remember that's a spawn area in the back there. So again, another safe way to do this, you got your claymore here, position yourself this way because most people will not see you, and if they come through you have a high chance of actually killing them. And then all you do is hide behind the barrels, wait for them to come, and then you'll get your kill. And move. 1 to 2 kills in an area, move. Do not camp the entire area thinking that you're going to do a flawless in any area. Tactical gameplay, which is what I teach, is about 1 to 2 kills and move. 1 to 2 kills and move, and that's all we do. And you'll see that in my deathmatch strategies. I'll show you actually on each specific map. This is just a general walkthrough, and that's it. We're all the way back to the very beginning, and that was launch. I'm Guns for Hire. Stay tuned for more thorough map walkthroughs. Peace.
Hey guys, we're on Facebook. Check the description of this video for the link to our new Facebook application. Subscribe and get our latest video updates posted right on the wall on your own Facebook page.